get to it. What other advice y'all need? Cause I'm about to take Kevin Samuels. I'm about to knock that nigga in. He in my way. He in my way for real. He too phony. He's sending mixed messages, bitch. I'm gonna give it to you raw, uncut. What y'all need to know? Relationship advice? Get on here. You know you use hotel towels. I never said I ain't use hotel towels. I said I don't use them on my face. And to be honest with you, I bring my own rags for sure. When you go to CVS, every state I go to, you go to CVS, anybody who know me know. You go to CVS and they have the exfoliating little towels. I use all of that. Right. I can show y'all right now. It's long. Let me show y'all so y'all think I'm cap. So, bitches, it's not a big thing. It is, but it ain't, but it is. So, you see right here? For the motherfucker who wanna try to put me on blast, this is an exfoliating towel. This is what I use to wash my ass. You gonna find this at CVS, Walgreens, everywhere. That you get me? The rags right here. I don't play no games, bitch. It's Tommie, bitch. Clean pussy. Pussy clean, pussy tight them. I don't play no games like that, baby. Try again. Ha. Your mama ain't teach you that. Why? We cannot be on the same time, but you have to find your own. Why? You keep you. It's you. No, no shake it. It's you for real. You can't do that. Trying to get what? What? The who? Uh, have you ever heard of what they call it? It's red. And no, that's Jamaican. It's red, but they drink it. It's so strong. It's called fuck the nigga told me. It's real strong. It's red. It's called damn. This gonna wreck my brain. I think I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, you're gonna be pregnant in 2 weeks. Say what now? Oh, that's about to fuck me up because damn, I hate when I know it's on the tip of my tongue. Close. Cassius, you always up right with me. Let me ask somebody now. All right. Scary. Fuck you, nigga. Don't say what's up. I just try to add your what you was doing.
I'm watching Social Dilemma.
What's that?
It's a Netflix show about talking about how engagement on the internet, your phone and all of that, how it's like addictive and they turning us into automatons. It's crazy.
What's automatons?
What's automatons? Automatons is just a fancy word of saying robot.
Uh, your engagement into well, I don't get it.
Like they talking about how we spend all this time on the phone, right? When you
Right.
go to sleep next to your phone, you got your phone on you, right? And then that creates algorithms. Basically, they just know you. They know you better than you know yourself. Then they taking all this information and then they use it in a database and then they create a virtual you,
Of
literally something.
you.
Yeah, then they just turn around and they can predict everything. They can predict what you're gonna do before you do it, when you sad, when you happy, the whole nine. So they doing all of this so that in the future they could create automatons. People basically like you.
And what's the name of that? Because I really feel like that's what the world about to be like, the Jetsons on some shit. Well, we
Yeah. It's
like
called
you get
social
like,
dilemma.
predict all of that shit, all that shit. They kind of telling us, but we ain't paying attention. We just like keying and laughing with the shit. But that's what they own. That's what they mind on.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
what it's called?
It's called it's called the social dilemma.
Social dilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
treating. I mean, nobody don't take shit seriously. Like what you was talking
I,
about earlier with Left Eye and all that. I didn't talk about it that long because they're not gonna believe me anyway. But don't nobody take shit serious.
mm-hmm.
I know it to be a fact because my mama, rest in peace, right here. She was a executive for the movie industry, so I know for a fact that that type of shit happens all the time. They put spells on people all the time. That
You
shit
think
happens all the time.
the spell was put on her, or did she speak like all that shit into existence type shit? Like you think a
No, what you saw, like when you was talking about how it was weird, it was strange to you when you noticed all the little nuances. That was signs.
mm,
Those were signs, like how she spoke on death, just like how right before DMX died and he was on Drink Champs, and then he talked about how he got a thought.
what his final say would be? I
Well,
felt that
he
intriguing.
got a thought, remember? And he
Like
was like, "If I die, I say
I'm
I
gonna
had a
be
good life."
able to live a good life.
Right? Because
That's what stood out to me the most. It was like, wow. And like throughout your whole career, you never said that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You said so much and you prayers from this to that. You touched bases on so much, but you never said that. And even more, you've never been asked that type of question.
right, right. That's because spirits are,
Comments.
spirits are familiar. They're familiar. Like, look at it like this. I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna mess you up, right?
Mm,
There's a spirit that's assigned to everybody that's born to monitor you.
like,
So like when you go to psychics and stuff like that, the reason why they know so much about you is because that spirit is in communication with the spirit that's been assigned to you all your life. It's a
mm,
monitoring spirit. So when you getting ready to die, something's gonna happen, all that. Like you hear people talk about spirit guides, that's all they talking about. They spirit guides, a monitoring spirit. So you get a perception that something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. That's
mm,
because that spirit is already like spirits deal with
informing.
imagery. Right. They deal with imagery. So they already, like, he already had a perception that something was coming, but he couldn't stop it because it's like you couldn't really see it clearly. Things can be happening. It's called serendipity. Things can be happening and it can be different reasons. It could be because you're about to get a job. It could be because you're about to get married, or it
Mm,
could be because you're about to die. You don't really clearly see what it is, but you can feel that there's a shift. And so
mm.
she felt the shift, but she couldn't stop because she couldn't. The spirit realm doesn't work that way. Now, if she was dealing with consulting with spirits, she would have known that it was a death spell on her, and she would have been able to try to do something to.
But consulting with spirits. Her whole reason for being out there was consulting with spirits.
She was well dealing with Dr. Sabi because of her little
But
physical stuff going on, and
same
Dr. Sabi he dealt with nutrition and all of that, but he wasn't. He
light
didn't.
on the
Yeah,
spirit room.
he wasn't like that knowledgeable when it came to like consulting with spirits and stuff. He was just a really just a nutritionist. That's it. So she really did. She knew something was coming, but
But you know
just
what
couldn't stop it.
about Honduras anyway? They be saying like over there it's like really powerful on some next level spiritual shit in Honduras. It's like a lot of people go over there and kind of like die and don't make it back. You never heard that about Honduras?
Yeah,
Like
I have, but I think that she
like
got led there. I personally feel like in my spirit she got led there. Like what happened to her that led her to go there was all part of the setup of her death.
mm.
I believe that. I believe she got led
So,
to go
so
there.
what led her there?
Well, I mean, she was there on because of some personal, physical stuff going on.
Right.
Like she was trying to be healed or something. But I believe that was, like that was kind of a trick, like a snare. Like it led her there, because you get led into snares all the time. Like it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you the truth. There's a couple celebrities that I've had visions about. You get people call it purgatory. Like one just recently, Sukihana. I had like a whole vision about her being in purgatory, and I know what that means
What
spiritually.
I mean,
But I'm pretty sure that
what
she
purgatory?
won't see it coming. Purgatory is like it's a place, it's a holding place for souls that don't ascend. Basically, people who don't make it to heaven. So they end up in purgatory situations. And purgatory can be anything. It can be anything. Yeah, it's like I sound crazy telling you what it could be. It could be anything, but it's always it's unpleasant. Not necessarily torturous, but unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in a very unpleasant place in purgatory.
Suki.
I like Suki too. Yeah,
I like Suki too.
yeah.
We
But
ain't
I
even
mean,
on there. We gonna bind it up
right.
and
And I
yeah.
hope she don't be like, oh, this nigga. But I'm just telling. I mean, that's
Not,
for real. I
not
really seen that.
no, that's the yeah that you can't erase or take back what you felt, but we just gonna bind that shit up and not even what I'm saying, speak that shit into life. But
Yeah, but I mean, it's I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of stuff that happens, and people sometimes get a perception. Like, I hear people talk, and I can, like, when I was listening to DMX talk, like I can hear people say things, and I know you see something, and you don't know what you're looking at.
mm-hmm.
You don't realize what's going on, or you don't, you're not aware. Like somebody was in here, and they talked about how they lit a candle. They light candles for their dead son, which is cool. I understand. But people don't really understand what all that stuff is really used for.
And they don't understand like once you tap into that shit, you in it, so that could be used against you. I'm gonna tell you a story about shit. I was going to jail so motherfucking much, man. I was tired of going to jail. So it was these people, like my hairstylist, her grandma, like she Haitian or whatever like that. So I was with my security and da 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 da. We came out here to do a little show, whatever. And so the grandma was like, she could do some shit on me where I won't go to jail no more. And it was like in 2018. So I'm like, hell yeah, man, do that shit on me. Like she was like, I could do some on you and give you some where the police won't even see you no more. So we were supposed to leave the day before. I stayed over extra. I didn't really too much tell my security. I'm just like, I'm gonna chill. So she had to go get some shit from the beach and get her little materials or whatever like that. So I'm telling him like, yo, I'm about to go do this real quick, and this lady finna help me. She finna make it so where I can't go to jail no more. And so he down there started crying on some shit. Like my security loved me. Like, you know what I'm saying? We became like family. So when after I got off the car with her, he said, Tommie, please don't do it. And I said, what you talking about, bro? Look at my phone. Some weird ass energy in here. He said, please don't do it, right? So I'm like, what you talking about? So he's like, my cousin did some shit just like 9 times. And basically, he was wilding. He was in a car and he was speeding. Had just did something. He was like, police can't see him. He got on a little bracelet or whatever like that. Said the police shot him like 9 times, shot him in the head, and basically he paralyzed for the rest of his life. He's like, I'll call for you right now. So he called his cousin. Look how I'm gonna keep dropping like that. That's crazy. He called his cousin, right? So when he called his cousin dad's like paralyzed all the shit, and he was like, don't do none of that shit. That's what he told me. And so basically I was just like, just out the street, like, you know what I'm saying? I knew my security guard a little bit more, and I ain't, this is my hairstyle type shit. I don't feel like shit put me in no bad situation. But he was explaining to me, like, once you open yourself up to that type of extracurricular shit, that it could be done against you. See, like, the negative, like, if you don't know something, ignorance is really bliss. Like, if you don't know what's going on, it's like, you gotta look at the children and, like, fools. Like, if you don't know, you can't be held accountable for that shit. But if you willingly know what the fuck going on, and you try to do some extra type of shit to protect you, you get what I'm saying? Then you can be held accountable for that shit because you know right from wrong, and you know that you ain't supposed to be doing that. And if you're a true believer, then you would not be, you know what I'm saying, exercising this extra shit. Now, I know, like, voodoo is a spiritual thing, and it's really not supposed to be bad, and it's not supposed to be used like how it's used in some type of ways, like, bitch, want to trap a nigga, or they want to all of this shit, all this weirdo shit, or some people used to kill people and turn them into do all type of malicious evil shit. So knowingly they do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But me, I was like ignorant to the fact of all that because I never practiced it. And my family grew up being Christians or even Muslim. My dad was a Muslim. My brother's dad is a Muslim, so I'm like in between them two realms. You get what I'm saying? I don't know about Catholic, Jewish, none of that shit like that, but that's all I know. So rightfully so, if I tap into somebody saying, "Oh yeah, they're gonna save me," or whatever type of thing, then I kind of would be looked over because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a fool. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you can't. It's funny because if you put like religion in it, and you probably talking about Christianity, it's all in the Bible. Like magic is all in the Bible. I was telling somebody earlier about how the Bible talks about how God requests a certain incense, like a frankincense or a myrrh, right? And then it says in the Bible how it is a sweet aroma to God, right? And so that's why he likes it to sacrifice. But see, people don't understand is this. It's not so much that God, this might sound weird, but it's not so much that God is like, don't. Like if you did anything, if you let's say you evoke some kind of incarnation to protect you, it's not so much that God is like gonna give you a pass or not give you a pass. There's laws, and all these laws ideally are governed by God. Like you read the book of Job, you're around the angel was around God, and it says that the devil, I go to jail, the devil came around, the devil was there. Remember, he said, God started chopping up the devil, like what you doing over here? He's like, I'm coming, he was going between the earth and the astral plane and all of that, right? I could do this, and God like do all that shit, but just don't motherfucking. He said just don't do something. He kept coming back to him, like he kind of monitors the activity. Yeah, God, like yeah, he gonna let you go too far. So he like all that shit from I bet you fold. So if you do something, if you get involved with something, whether or not God will intervene or divinely give you providence is who knows. But the bottom line is you could have done that. The real danger in you doing that, like so much that it was sinister. The real danger is whoever you were going to give you that, you have to put your trust that that's the type of spell that they were going to put that, because you never know what if they may be after your wealth or after something, and they might decide to put a completely different spell on you than the one you intended. I never thought about that one. That's the thing. So boom. So I didn't do it. I didn't never do it. But let me tell you what happened after that. I went to jail like 6 motherfucking times in a 1 year after that. It was televised. It was so big. It was the biggest investment of my life, 2018. And I'm just thinking like, damn, I should have went to that lady, man. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. I went to jail so many times. I've been to jail that many times in 1 year in my life, and it was all of the simple, stupid shit. So I was just really like thinking like, bro, what the fuck? Then I dodged the bullet, but not, you know what I'm saying? Taking it back. If I was you, I would stay away because your personality, like I said, I'm convinced that you was like worship as a goddess in the past life somewhere. The way your spirit works. I was always stay away from it because you personally have influence. So I would think that if you get involved, that the spirit, the wrong spirit, may see you as advantageous. They may see dealing with you as advantageous in some way that you don't even realize or understand. You may end up in twists because people who have following and influence are most like they're like the most electable to a bad spirit. Because it's like think about it, like if I'm a spirit, like more through her, yeah, right, I can get more done through you than that one nobody. Not like calling people nobody, just keep it real. Like oh, you're not nobody has been checking for you, so it's whatever. But I can get a lot done with you, so they may entice you because who knows what your heart's delights is. But these spirits they've been following you all your life, they know, so they may entice you in a way that you may get deeper into it. Because you got to think about the fact that no matter what you do, what kind of spell it is, there's reciprocity, meaning that there's gonna have to be a take back from what you give, it's not gonna be giving back from what you're taking. So it's not gonna be just no fair exchange. That's what people don't understand. It's not gonna be. It's like that's what it is by giving up your soul. It's not necessarily it's increments. It's like okay, I already got this spell, but now I'm because imagine that power. Like if you don't have a strong mind, imagine that power. If you would have actually done that and you saw that hedge of protection over you, what's stopping you? Okay, now I might as well go back and I heard a rapper, I'm not gonna name him, but I heard a rapper talking about how he used witchcraft in order to get himself going. Yeah. And so I'm just thinking, okay, now what's next? Because you saw that little bit of success, so where you gonna stop that? You're not gonna stop. But you put a death spell on somebody one day, you don't know what's gonna come back from that. You feel? You know what I'm saying? Like you got the power. Are you seeing the power change something in your life? Then what's stopping you? It's like an ATM card into the universe. Like I'm just gonna keep on withdrawing, and that's what gets you caught up. So what you feel like? So I didn't do the shit. We took off. We went home. Why the fuck I went to jail so much? I have no idea. But I would say just be very careful because of your influence. I'm just being honest. Because of your influence, be very careful how you approach that. Because you have a lot of influence. So because you do, I'm quite certain that when you see one thing work, you'll probably be tempted to do something else when it comes up. I'm saying that you're that type of person that's tripping like that, but it might anything can come up. These spirits are like very clever. They've been around for millennia. They come on, like anything can happen. Somebody can get sick, and then you might feel like, well, I did this, so why not just get some candles lit so I can get this person okay? And you just get deeper and deeper, and next you walk around here looking like Erica Badu or something. Like I'm just saying that's how people get sucked in. Yeah, it's like you see it. Like I remember growing up, my mother used to chant, right? And my mother was a secretary at Columbia Pictures. She started off as she was washing people's hair. She was like a shampoo girl. And she became the secretary at Columbia Pictures. Well, I'm something like this. My mother ended up being the director of advertisement at MGM in the 1980s when they had no black people, much less black women there. And we chanted. A lot of my family members, they remember when we were kids and we used to chant. But I remember those chants. Like speaking in tongues and shit? No, it was like, we would have like our little chant book and we would just have to like recite the mantras. I did it more than my brother did, but she required that I did do it too. Me, her husband, my ex-husband, we would all be on the floor chanting. And my mother, when I was a kid, he was in like, he was in Bentley's living in Silver Lake, he was doing it, but we were chanting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, my mother explained to me later how it brought us fortune, at that time. I'm saying, you gotta be careful because it will draw you in. I guarantee you it will draw you in. It may seem like some people have not seen it. Even some people in positions of influence haven't seen it yet. So because of that, they don't believe it really exists because they've never actually done anything or dealt with that to see what kind of results you get. But once you get those results, you're gonna be hooked. Yeah. But I know that there's a price, that comes along with it, and it's kind of hard to. So yeah. If I was you, I'd be careful how I approach that. I think it's when you open yourself up to that realm, like ain't no turning back, and that's what my security he was telling me that he just like once you open yourself, and so basically his cousin had got shot in the head, and he was paralyzed for the rest of his life. He started wilding out saying, "Oh, the police can't see me, they can't see me." He got his little bracelet, and I told my friends do shit too. You know what I'm saying? They do that how you call it with the bees, E5, all that shit, like my ex Cynthia, all of that shit, like Orisha, all of that, like, and I was talking to what. This is the part I skipped too. I was talking to this spiritual advisor. Somebody on one of them motherfucking shows had told me about this bitch. Not, you know what I'm saying? It's not talk bitch, whatever. It's somebody's bitch. And basically, I had started going to her, like, try to get some insight, basically. And she was, you know what I'm saying? She was telling me this. She was flipping on little cards and all that shit. So, boom. That whole year was the worst year of my life. I feel like because I went against, like, God and what I really knew. Like, and I started believing in more of what the human form was saying to me versus what I know
it's nobody higher than him. You get what I'm saying? So I'm listening to this lady, and she had me like making altars and all type of shit. She had me telling me Oshun is on my side, and that's who I'm like, I don't know, like compatible with some shit. And like Oshun on Fridays, you supposed to wear yellow and had these like yellow flowers and like these yellow cans and all that shit. My fucking family looking at me like I'm crazy. My mama like, man, bitch, what is you doing? I'm like, I said, fuck out here. I'm doing this shit for Oshun. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like sometimes when she tell me I need to talk to her. So certain times when I'm about to talk to her, I'm like, so who the fuck I talk to first? Do I talk to God first or Oshun first? Who's gonna get mad? Like, how the fuck I do this? That's the reason why, like, he be like, oh, I'm a jealous guy. You weren't supposed to deal with one person. Like, I get that shit now because it was just like too confusing. I'm like, damn. So it's Friday. It's Oshun day. So do I just not? Like, it was just weird as fuck. It was just like,
Yeah, she got. I mean, you got like
that's what altar in my house. Like, girl,
like any type of influence. I would stay away from like because the thing is I don't know anyone's intentions and I don't know what they're gonna put me in because I don't know what their intentions are. Only like I said, I'm gonna tell you this again. God is not like. I'm just be honest, okay? Let's just be real. We all know whether or not, especially people that believe in Christianity, like you know whether or not you really low key be a Christian, right? You know, like I know I'm not, Christian. I'm not. Okay, so like me, you're not really following all the precepts of every Christianity. Okay, God's not really dealing with you like that. So if He's not really dealing with you, you doing what you do, just like you would be doing anything else. Now, whether or not God would intervene and save you from yourself,
I feel like
it's totally up to God.
I don't feel like what I've learned through all of that experience is that like it's only God, and I don't feel like this is where you get into the double standard